Yo, 1 2 1 2. What it do, man? You are now pulling up to the scene. Hopefully, you're still missing. You already know what it is, man. You got MJ, you got Trav. You know, man. Salute to him, the most all-around sports analyst in the world. Craig, not the country, but the world. Craig, he is out here. We have Vic pulling up very shortly, along with Germ. But right now, it's a 94 feet invasion on the scene. So make sure you pop a squat, pull up a chair. This is Tailgate MJ talking to you, so you already know what I've been on. And we about to talk that football. That's what we're about to do. So let me go and swing it over to the homie Trav. Talk to him, please.
Man, you know what it is, man. 94 feet of takeover views from the 22 today, man. You know what it is. We know a little bit of everything, man. You know what we specialize in. We know we have fun at. We just gonna stay in our lanes today, and we're not going to ask too many questions about the wide world of sports, but we're going to get on this football today, man. MJ.
Hey, so since we on this football, we're going to start off with Saturday football. It's two things I want to talk about before we go ahead and get to the docket. And maybe, just maybe, you know, by the time I stall y'all out a little bit, we'll have our people on ready to make these picks. So, first things first, Tennessee and Alabama. Wild one. Them quarterbacks play some football. And shouts out to both programs. I know a lot of y'all hate Dynasty, so y'all just hate Alabama, and y'all are just wallowing in the fact that Alabama lost. But appreciate good football when you see it. Them boys playing their ass off.
They was down. And they fought back.
And for me, to be real, when I see games like those, I don't really look at the result for real. I look at how the game was played. Alabama is a championship level football team.
There you go.
Tennessee just had the ball last, and they made the right plays. But they played. I saw a video of the old lineman throwing up, and then nodding and getting hyped after he threw up on Tennessee. Shouts out to them even more, because it's like that type of passion that's hard to beat. That man was like, "Yo, I'm willing to down this field to be able to whoop y'all ass on this." So salute to them. So just go ahead and your thoughts on that. Then we're gonna talk about my unofficial life coach.
Dude, Saturday was one hell of a Saturday. In all of sports, man. In all of sports. We was talking about this off camera, man. For us, it's 2 times in a year that sports get downright nasty, and it be some of the best quality, the best upsets, the best everything. It's October and it's April.
Mm-hmm.
If you know, you know. If you know, you know. Man, let's get started on these picks, man. Let's get started.
Hold on, I got one more thing. I talk about my unofficial life coach, the coach over at Jackson State, Deion Sanders. So right now he is whooping everybody in the SWAC. So 2 questions when it comes to this. The first question is, what do you think he's doing? Because I know he's prime, but what do you think he's doing to get the best out of these kids? And the second question is he ready to play a Power 5 conference? Forget what he's talking about. I get it. He's saying, we need more bigger guys. We need more dogs in the trenches. I get all of that. But is he really ready? Maybe not at Alabama. Maybe not at Tennessee. But is he ready to play at Arkansas? Is he ready to play, Indiana University? Is he ready to play a Wake Forest? Is he ready to play those level teams, even though those teams probably are not going to pay that bill to get beat?
The first part is he's a realist. He's a realist. He gets to the players the way that we supposed to get to the players. He's not babysitting them. He's getting to the point. He's letting them know what's going on. He's already a father. So he's being a father figure to 53 to 60 plus young man that needs not guidance, but they just need that special care. A lot of these coaches don't give these players special care like that, because hey, you at D1, you better figure it out. You here for a reason. We just want you to play football. I mean, Everybody, I mean, most of your star players at Alabama, they love Nick Saban because, hey, you're the star player. But what about player 42? What about player 53? What about player 65?
Mm.
They don't get that special care, especially at a D1 school. You go right here. Dion is right here with his son at quarterback. He's the same way with number 65 with that player. He's guiding those players and he's being real with them. Like he said, if you're going to give me 100%, I'm going to do my best to get you where you want to be. If you're not going to give it to me, tell me so I can treat you the way that you want to be treated. All those guys are hungry. The second part, no, not yet. Not yet.
I agree.
Not yet. And he knows this. He knows this. And we know this. Skill-wise, as far as skill players, he can compete. His son is, I tell you what, he's one of the top 10 quarterbacks in the nation.
Next, Steve McNair.
He's one of the top quarterbacks in the nation. He is NFL ready. Travis Hunter, every game out of Washington Jackson State, I ain't seen him throw the ball to his side but one time.
What happened?
It's picked. He's good. But his skill players, yes, that offensive and defensive lineman, not yet. Not yet. Not yet.
Wholeheartedly agree. But just wanted to take time to give, you know what I'm saying, Coach Deion Sanders, Coach Prime his flowers, because I know that now that he's turned this program around, everything that he says is under a microscope and scrutinized, because deep down inside, they don't want, you know, a historical Black college to be able to have the swagger that they have right now. They can't stand it. Not even the people within the conference even want that. So for me to be able to see him pouring in and saying, yo, we not coming in like we underdogs. First off, quick rant, and then we're going to get into some football. Us as minorities, majorities, whatever situation you in from a class standpoint, the more you have a mentality of an underdog, the more you're going to get underdog results. At some point, you got to look in the mirror and say, I'm one of them. That's where it starts. It starts with you. I don't care where you at in life. I don't care what it looks like. This is how manifestation works. You got to look in the mirror and say, I'm one of them. Or at the very least, if you don't have that self-confidence yet, which a lot of people don't, you got to at least look in the mirror and say, well, why not me?
Why not me?
Why not? Everybody got the same 24 hours in the day. Why not me? And then actually start doing some research as to what is this person doing different in their 24 hours that I'm doing different. Okay, now adapt some of those things and make it your own. Oh, now you find something that you love and you adapt those things. Now, make it a point to be the best that you could possibly be in that and measure yourself to the most elite that you can measure yourself so that you can be able to put that work in. We have to stop. We have to stop having a mentality, even in our fandom. Stop rooting for the underdog. Because I got a cold saying for y'all right now, and I'm going to say it. I used to be the underdog until the underdog started rooting against me. Because that's the cycle. They love you until you blow up. Then when you blow up, they under a microscope. Oh, well, he's too arrogant. Oh, why he say this? Oh, if I would have did this, I would. If I was him, I wouldn't do this. Or why is he doing this over there? Why is he? They do that because they didn't put enough work in, or they didn't put their fear to the side to go get it. And they hate the person that did because they wish they was that person, and they wish they had enough nuts to do some shit like that. So I usually don't give, a lot of those speeches, but this is Coach MJ talking for a second. So at some point, though, you have to understand why you're an underdog. And it's not because of your situation, it's because of your mentality. So with that being said, Vic, welcome to the show. I know you walked in on some real shit. But we're about to talk some football right now. Talk to the people.
Yeah, man. Just week 6 of the NFL season has been a crazy, crazy October. Baseball is in full swing playoff wise. A lot of the, big teams have been eliminated. As you talk about the underdog mentality and stuff like that, it don't look like some of these baseball teams are taking that underdog mentality right now with the way they're winning games.
Mm-mm.
I mean, the Philadelphia Phillies told the Braves, "We not no underdogs here." The Padres told the Dodgers, "We not no underdogs here."
Dude, what?
Indians right now are talking to the Yankees right now. We not the underdogs here. You know what I'm saying? So this shit is crazy, man. But it's been great. It's fun. It's fun at the end of the day. Week 6 of the NFL season. Right now, man, like, I'm going to just get this out right now, get it off my chest right now. I've been talking about for 3, 4, 5 years, however long it has been, the Thursday night games have been a pure tragedy for the NFL, for the sport of football. It is disrespectful to the sport. It is disrespectful to the players that play it. And it's disrespectful to the fans that support the league, the business, the players, the coaches, because this product is terrible. And I'm finding myself wanting to watch more baseball games than football. You know what I'm saying? I want to go check out some more NBA games now, like I used to back in the day of Allen Iverson and Kobe Bryant and Vince Carter. I want to go back to the NFL. I want to go see some hockey because they banging out there. Because they're actually throwing hands still. Like I thought they got rid of fighting in the NHL.
No,
they banging it. I'd rather see a fight in the NHL for 3 seconds than to see a full NFL Thursday night football game. Soccer, shout out to the soccer guys, Joe, Zach, Ronnie, who does a great job point guarding for them. Soccer is fun to watch sometimes, man. The NFL need to get this shit together. And we got, like, bro, I would not care if the NFL crashed and we started a new type of league. I would not care.
Oh wow, that's saying
I would not care, dog. Brand new, get all these owners out of here. Give me some brand new ones.
Hey man, in the words of the great battle rapper Swamp, we ain't going out like that. We ain't going out like that. That is what these teams are saying right now.
Yeah.
We ain't going out like that. We ain't going out. They going out swinging, man. And they swinging for the fences. And these teams, hey, man, it's wild, man. It's wild.
It is.
Let's get going, man. Let's get this thing going.
All right, so we're gonna do something different than mess around and gave the wrong dude like the quarterback duties. So I'm gonna have fun with some of these games that we don't care about. So we're gonna play word association. So before you make your pick, you got to say one word, the first word that come to your mind when I tell you this game, and then explain why that word came to your mind, then make your picks. So first game on the docket. We started off with a fun one already. Jaguars and Colts. Word association, Vic. First word come to your mind.
Terrible. Terrible football. Now, like, with respect to the Jaguars, they've been playing better, but the Colts, terrible football.
Make it big, man. Now, with that being said, Jonathan Taylor is out. Concussion protocol. They're doing it the right way. So shouts out to them for
Nye Hines hurt too. The backup running back hurt too. And
it's a Philip Lindsay game.
It's gonna be Matt Ryan or bust. So with that, make it big.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with that Jacksonville Jaguars young football team right now. They're healthy. They're complete in many ways. The quarterback obviously is still young and stuff like that. Still getting basically trying to see what ceiling he can reach. But like you said, right now, man, the Colts beating up. Jonathan Taylor not available. Nyheim Hines might not be available. I don't know for sure. But I know that they called up Philip Lindsay from the practice squad, who will probably get most of the carries there. If you're desperate for fantasy purposes, but Jacksonville has just been tough all the way around. So I'd stay away from that game all the way around, man.
Try word association.
Matt Ryan, man.
Got his own show between me and Trav a couple years ago.
Matt Ryan, dog. That's all I gotta say, man. Give me Jacksonville to take care of what they need to take care of, man.
Absolutely.
All right, my word association is red zone because that's what I would rather watch in that game. Go ahead, Jacksonville. All right, next game on the docket. To be honest with you, that was really the only game that I felt like it was going to be some Anna when it came to the word association. All these other games, you got to actually think about them. Even though we're going to be moving forward, we set aside 3 or 4 games we got to talk about. But for the most part, not that bad. So, next game on the docket, word association, 49ers versus Falcons. Trav, we'll start with you.
Interesting.
Speak
interesting. On. The reason why I say interesting because both of these teams bring a style of football that is somewhat smash mouth offensively. Debo coming at you dome, man. Everything is coming at you dome. Both of these quarterbacks are intermediate throwers. They're not deep throwers. Mariota is going to get it out the pocket. It's going to go no more than 15 to 20 yards. Jimmy is going to stay in the pocket at most in 15 to 20 yards. One player is separate. If this other player was healthy, if Patterson was healthy, this game would really be interesting because his skill set and Debo's skill set is somewhat of the same.
Yep. They are.
Defensively, this is somewhat of the same also. This game is a toss-up. This game is somewhat of a toss-up. Secondary matches up. Atlanta secondary matches up with San Francisco very well. That front line, Grady Jarrett, matches up with a whole lot of them San Francisco 49ers. Warner at linebacker, Atlanta got some dogs. This game is interesting. Where is this game going to be at? Is it going to be in San Francisco or is it in Atlanta?
It's going to be in Atlanta.
You know what? Give me and I don't care for Atlanta. I wish they would go 0 forever. But
it's such a unique game for baseball and football.
Give me Atlanta. Give me Atlanta, man. I ain't never picked them like this. I said at the beginning I want to pick them. Give me Atlanta, man. I need an Atlanta win somewhere, man.
All right. So we got the sympathy pick for Trav. Word association, Vic. What do you think of this game?
Rushing attack. Both these teams run the ball well. You got the Falcons 4th in the league. You got the 49ers 8th in the league in rushing attack. They both playing solid defense as it stands right now. So this is going to be a game is who's going to be able to run the ball better. Now, like Trav said, no Cordell Patterson. They lost him to the IR, but they do have a good young mix of 2, rookie and 2-year players. You got Tyler Agilier, I think is how you pronounce his last name.
Yeah.
And then I think Avery Williams also is the one of the backups. So they've done a good job even backing up Cordell Patterson in that rushing attack. I think they have 4 games of over 150 yards rushing. Okay, while being 3rd worst in the league in passing. So the 49ers defensively, they're great. They're great as a pass defense because they can rush the passer, and the cornerbacks in the secondary have been good, but you can run on them. So it's going to be it is going to be a tough game. The 49ers should obviously win on paper, but I think that this game is closer than it might, than it seems like it should be. So give me the 49ers to win this game, but I think it's going to be a low-scoring 23-20 type of game, stuff like that.
Key notables out, too, for the inactives. You got Eric Armstead inactive, Trent Williams, Nick Bosa, Jimmy Ward, Tyler Kroft, Danny Gray. For Falcons, you got Mikael Walker, Eric Harris, Chuma Edoga, Jared Bernhardt, and Anthony Ferguson, along with Eddie, I'm not pronouncing that. In addition to what you just said with Cordell Patterson being on the inactive. So with that, if it's going to be a game about the trenches, I unfortunately got to go with the Falcons because they have no Trent Williams, and not having Nick Bosa and Armstead to lead that front line. Now you have to blitz. Mariota has been okay against the blitz. He ain't been great, but he's been okay. Now it's really just gonna come down to be honest with you, it's gonna come down to what that backup running back do. That backup running back can get 4 or 5 yards to carry and just keep them. They have a chance. So, in honor of my brother Trav for losing his baseball team that happened to reside in the same place, this is a sympathy pick. I'm gonna go with the Falcons too. And I know True Man False World, who just pulled up, is not happy to hear that because he probably got 101 words when it's only just one word for a word association. So when he comes on, we'll talk about that later. Maybe we'll revisit it. But let's move on. Next game on the docket. Patriots and Browns. We're going to start with this one, True Man False World. Word association. Just give me one word when you think of the Patriots and Browns. Just one word and explain it and then make your pick. Let's talk about it.
Run. Run is the one that I want to associate this game with.
Shouts out to how True just came in like, hey, you came in like David Ruffin on the movie where that man just walked in with the spotlight and just immediately did this and he was on cue. Shouts out to Trav. I mean, shouts out to Jerm for that. Like, that man came in like on some David Ruffin, like, hey, I'm Jerm and these are the same.
Hey, man, nah, man.
I'm messing with you, bro.
You know, it's funny, man. You know, it's like everybody be trying to mess with my mode, man. And you know, I'm still here. You know, I'm still here. True Man Force World Reporting Live, seen, represented. We are here. We are here. We are here. Hey, man, I heard you say the Falcons, and let me tell you, 365,026 and 2. Why the Falcons ain't shit, and the reason why is because they just ain't shit. I don't care. I'm still not picking the Falcons. They get no play in this ride. Give me San Francisco. And I just want you to know. That's all.
Fair enough. Hey, we on the Patriots and Browns, though, Jer. So, word association for Patriots and Browns. So, we'll just move to Trav because we're going to get him back. Trav, word association for Patriots and Browns. Because John said run, so we can't use that.
Belichick.
I was gonna say that, bro. Damn. Good
This is where he started, and this is where he's ended. Good old family reunion. That is family reunion.
And Jay Ham put that in the comments too. Y'all think too damn much.
Family reunion. I ain't even looking. Now that I'm looking, yeah. Family reunion. That's what it is. Family reunion.
That's crazy. That's 3 minds thinking alike right now.
Go
ahead. My bad.
No, we always say this, but it never happens because for some reason, the team that really need to listen to us really don't listen to us. And that's the Cleveland Browns. Out of all the stuff that we say that people go back and steal it, the Browns don't steal nothing that we say. And every time the first 3 quarters, it'd be like, oh, they listen. And then the 4th quarter, it'd be like, how you lose that game? You just giving the ball to 24 and 27 the whole game. Y'all stopped. Why are we throwing the ball? I hate I got to do it again, but it's a form of insanity because I'm looking for a different result. Hopefully, I will get a different result this time.
Right.
These folks need to get the ball between 30 and 35 times. And I'm going to go with the Browns.
Vic, talk to the people. Word association.
I was going to say Bill Belichick too, because last week I picked against them. Okay, they got a 2nd-string quarterback. You know what I'm saying? They got some injuries with the receiving core. And I'm like, there's no way that they beat a hungry Detroit Lions team that even though they had their injuries, you know, there's no way that they can beat them, right? 29-0 later, proving us wrong again. Like they couldn't even score against that defense. You know, so again, building that coaching staff again, putting a game plan together to beat football teams whichever way they can. And even though this is not a great Patriots team this year, they're going to kind of piss you off in some games and be like, y'all wasn't supposed to win today, but y'all did anyway, right? So the Browns, man, like Trav said, like that running game is so good, but the defense and the passing game have to complement it well. Because when you have a rushing attack, I preach rushing the ball, right? But then if there's going to be teams running the ball and they're going to be losing, people are going to be like, see, you still need to pass the ball. And you're right, you do. But these teams have not been good at it, especially the Browns. So we need Deshaun Watson back, even though he's got things anyway, a whole different other subject for another day.
Nope, we're not going to touch that. We're not going to touch that.
Not going to touch it right now. Come on, man. Pass the ball and pass the ball. Pass it the right way. That's it. But I'm going to pick the Patriots, man.
Before we go to Jern, let me just say this. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I can send you my whole playbook. Stop it. That's Cleveland Browns, man. You know they're going to 24. You know they're going to 7. I ain't seen nobody stop it yet. Jern, it's on you, fella.
It could all be so simple.
Listen, let me tell you something. This is reason 225.
That's why Clifford, man.
Cleveland does not rock. And I'm gonna tell you again, like when I sit back and I watch certain things, and you watch the games throughout the week, what I'm starting to notice that some people just can't get out their own way. This includes coaching staffs. This does not include people like the Falcons who just don't have anything that they can do to accommodate the people for the things that they need to accommodate them for. The Browns have a situation on hand here where they have no excuse to be 2-3. You have no excuse. In fact, you're 2-3 because of inept coaching. You're 2-3 because of bad decision making. You're 2-3 because you're playing horrific in situations that you have nothing that. Like the most predictable part of the game against the Jets is they had to pass the ball. How does a player get behind you like that? The most predictable part of the game is, in all of their losses against the Falcons, the most predictable part of the game is take points when you get points. So, with all of that being said,
I'm waiting for you to cook, bro.
But with all of that being said, man, I'm gonna pick Cleveland today, or whatever the case is. But what I find funny about this whole thing is that we're in a situation where you have no excuse to lose. You should be cruising to a 6-0 record and dominating, and it should be that simple.
For my pick on this one, see the underdog rant that I just talked about. Cleveland needs to hear that, but since they'll listen to us, it don't matter. My word association is backup, because both of them have been using a backup quarterback. Well, both of them are using a backup quarterback. Patriots just started. Unfortunately, Browns been using a backup quarterback for quite some time. I am going to pick the Browns, but I don't like it. So moving on to the next game on the docket. We are going to go, because I can't wait to hear the word association on this. Panthers versus Rams. Vic, you can start with this one.
Man, bad quarterback play. Bad quarterbacks. Listen, man. It's been disappointing. It's been a disappointing Baker Mayfield ride. This is a guy that I was heavy on coming out of the draft. The Views crew, we had him ranked second best quarterback after Josh Allen, in which there was a class with Josh Rosen, Sam Darnold, and Lamar Jackson was in that class, who was actually picked last in the first round that year. So, whichever order you want to put them in now, Baker is kind of getting to that area where he's hanging by a thread. He's hanging by a thread. I still think there's something there. When he's on, he is on. But right now, this team can't protect. The receivers are not helping much. And he has a lot of misplays. He has a lot of bad decisions. And he has a lot of, when they do get open for him, he's missing some throws. So I do still think that he should start over Darnold. Darnold is getting healthy and should be back soon. So it's going to be very interesting to see if the Panthers kind of get desperate and just throw Darnold in as soon as he's ready. That might be a very tough call. They did fire the head coach, who's going to get paid about $900,000 a month from here on out to sit at home, some Bobby Bonilla type of stuff. But it is what it is, man. Like, this is a game where the Rams can take full advantage of a weak team that's being basically broken from the inside out. And the Rams need to take advantage. They're 2-3 right now. Defensively, they should be able to have a good game. And even though that Panthers defense is very solid, the Rams have to find a way to find their identity again as Super Bowl champions, and be able to win this game. They have to win this game convincingly for me to say that they're back. Okay, so I'm taking the Rams. Obviously, the Panthers are just too broken, but I got the Rams, fellas.
Trav, talk to the people.
You said, Vic, you said two words that I wanted to use. Disappointing and finding identity. Disappointing in Carolina, and the Rams have to find their identity. They have to find it back. Some ain't right. I mean, Von Miller is a great player, but Von Miller has showed that he is the difference maker in the Rams, especially defensively. Offensively, I don't know. Is something wrong with Matthew Stafford on for real? Because Cooper Kupp's still getting his numbers. He's
still getting peppered with targets. That's the big thing.
He's still getting targets. I don't know what's going on with that defense, man. I mean, Aaron Donald is the ninja that causes the pressure to cut through everything. But it's not the same as it was last year, man. They're not getting to this quarterback the way they're supposed to. Has something been figured out? I don't know. But me personally with Carolina, who cares about Carolina at this point? I don't. Give me the Rams, though, man. Give me the Rams in a redemption game, man. They get this game to redeem themselves and get back on somewhat of track because they still in a tough division in the NFC West. So give me the Rams.
Word association for me, first and foremost, shouts out to the fact that my drink matched my hoodie. Who does that? Anyway, word association for me is expected. How many Super Bowl teams have we not seen have a hangover the first 5 games? I expected them to be slow and struggle, especially losing players like Von Miller and, having Cam Akers out. I know they don't rush the ball that much, but when they do rush it, they get a lot of good yards from him. And Carolina, once again, expected. Not to say I expected Baker Mayfield to look this bad before he got injured, but I did expect for them not to be that good because that's just what they have been showing since Cam Newton. Since they let go of Cam Newton. I'm going to call it Carolina the Cam Newton curse. Not because they didn't make the best football decision in letting him go, but because at some point when you're an organization, you got to show some type of loyalty. That quarterback took you to the Super Bowl, damn near by himself. And you just let him go like nothing. Y'all going to experience some of that New York Knicks type of pressure. Y'all ain't gonna be shit for a while because of that. Football guys, basketball guys, sports guys don't like that.
I don't like it at all.
They don't like that. How dare you just treat this man like damaged goods after he gave you season after season, went through a life-threatening car crash and still came back and played for you. Played his heart out for you. and you think you could just replace him? Nah, y'all gonna feel that. Carolina, I don't like it. How dare y'all move like y'all a major market to where y'all can just cut people off and make them feel expendable? Like y'all just got MVPs every fucking year. The fuck is wrong with y'all? Let that man gracefully bow out. Meanwhile, I'm looking at these other quarterbacks and they can just stink up the joint for the whole goddamn career and nobody say a word. But when it comes to this dude, he lost a step, so we're gonna get rid of him. That's bullshit. I hope y'all motherfuckers lose every season until y'all make that right. Lose every season. Y'all better put him on the coaching staff, put a retainer fee on him, get him a Bobby Bonilla contract. I don't care. Do something to make that right. Because y'all fine.
Talk.
Real quick. Something that we talk about, and you hear a lot of scouts, GMs talk about as it pertains to the Rams. What are the three most important positions in football? The quarterback, the guy that can go get the quarterback, and the guy that you need to block the guy that go gets the quarterback. So when you have a Matt Stafford not playing very well, you have no Von Miller to go get the quarterback, and you also don't have your captain Andrew Whitworth to block the guys that go get the quarterback. You're gonna struggle. So are the Rams really in a hangover, or is this is what their new team is? Remains to be seen. Apparently, Odell Beckham has talked to them. He didn't like the first offer. Must have been disrespectful to him. But we'll see if they bring him in because they need all the help that they can. And that Cam Newton point by UFJ was on point. I ain't even gonna hold you. Even though he was on a decline, like he probably could be better than a lot of the quarterbacks they brought in since then. So,
real talk. We got two more games that we're going to go word association with, and then I'm going to come up with another game for these two games in particular after that because they deserve their own category. And then we're going to talk football about the real games. You see how fun we keeping this shit? We keeping it light. So, next game on the docket, Cardinals and Seahawks. Word association. We'll start with you again, Vic. I feed the high hand.
I'm going to say Geno Smith.
Okay.
You know why? Because he's been a better quarterback than Kyler Murray right now. He's got a higher completion percentage. You know what I'm saying? He's taking care of the ball. He's not turning it over. So I just listen, as much as as bad as Baker has been playing, I know Kyler Murray might have a little bit more talent in a sense where he can get out and scramble to make more plays, but he hasn't been significantly better. Now, again, Baker and Kyler, these were guys we were, I don't want to say high on, but I thought that we thought that they would be solid enough to lead their teams coming out of Oklahoma, first overall picks, back-to-back season drafts, but they have not been playing well. And Kyler Murray is right there. Kyler Murray is right there next to Baker. I'm sorry. Argue with me all you want. Show me the film where Kyler has been better. And he just got paid something stupid. But what makes him slightly better than Baker right now is that he can get out of the pocket and make plays. Yep. But he's not looking good. So Geno Smith right now has been out quarterbacking a lot of people. And shout out to him for that. They lost Rashard Penny for the season, unfortunately. Broken fibula. Penny was a guy that we were high on, one of Jern's favorite running backs. Unfortunately, the kid could not stay healthy. It's the name of the position. It's the name of the sport. So he was starting to pick up where we thought he can be. But unfortunately, things happen, man. It is what it is. Kenneth Walker, who they just drafted in the second round, will now be the lead back. Arizona, you can't run on that defense. So if you guys are desperate again for running back help, Kenneth Walker will be somebody you can look at fantasy purposes. But give me Seattle to win this game, man. I just think that they've been doing the fundamentals, to win these games. It just is what it is. So again, I'll take Seattle to win this game.
Try to talk to the people.
Kiss. That is the word association with this game right here. Keep it simple, stupid. Well, in this case, I ain't gonna call him stupid.
Silly. We can call him silly.
Keep his systems simple.
The system simple.
Bars.
Keep his system simple. Just exactly what Geno is doing. Moving the chains. First down, get 3. Second down, get 3. Third and fourth. Matters. Ain't that's what most quarterbacks in the league are? Everybody holler about a game management being bad. Your best quarterback in the world is the best game manager in the league. He's a game manager. Geno is doing the best job in managing his team to wins. He know how to get the ball to Tyler Lockett. He know how to get the ball to DK Metcalf. He know how to get the ball to his tight end. That's all it's about. Kyler Murray, on the other hand, is doing a bad job in managing his team. If he keep it simple, he get out of pocket when he want to. He's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the league, man. If he want to run, he can run anytime he want. Just keep it simple. In this case, I'm going Seattle. I'm going Seattle to win this game. Conference game, I think Seattle wins this. This is in Seattle, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yep. I'm going Seattle.
All right. My word association, coaching. What y'all think Pete Carroll would do if he had Kyler Murray?
Win.
Ugly. It gets sick, right?
Win.
Just to even mesh those two worlds together, it probably made motherfucker's head explode.
Did y'all think look, you think Russell Wilson was doing a lot of out-of-pocket stuff when he first came? Just think of somebody that had better wheels and a better arm.
Bro, you see what I'm saying? So for me, it's coaching. Just like we talk about Bill Belichick, we should talk the same shit about Pete Carroll. But they both are similar in this situation and this situation only. They get better with the less you give them because they get to focus on purely football and fundamentals, which is what they're great at teaching. The problem with teachers at that level of fundamentals and details is you're dealing with guys who are making millions and millions of dollars who don't listen to you. When you get somebody who is willing to listen to you, you get to make them to whatever they need to be in order for you to continue to be competitive. Pete Carroll was never the problem, and we thought he was. We should apologize because he's not. When Russell Wilson got traded, what did we do? We ain't go at Russell Wilson. We went at Pete Carroll. We went at the organization. He's like, what is you doing? Are you stupid? Why are you Denver's about to have a squad. You got Geno Smith starting? No way. Now look. Wow. Crazy, right? Coaching.
Now they are a 2-3 football team, but they've been fighting every single game.
What did we think they were going to be around week 5? Let's be honest. What did we think they were going to be?
A little, probably like 0-5, 1-4.
Yeah. Yo, certain 2-3 ball clubs are way different. Bears are 2-3 too. Which situation would you rather be in as a fan?
Oh, Seattle.
Sometimes stuff don't weigh the same.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a different weight. And it's funny because I compared them to a team that actually we thought was going to be bad too. So it's not like I compared them to a team we thought was going to be good and that's not good. I compared them also to a bad team. And I'm still looking at Seattle like, I'd rather be in that situation.
Yeah. That's a great point.
Coaching. But it's everything that I just said still centers around one thing. Coaching. Pete Carroll, this is probably one of his better jobs, but we're not going to give him credit for it because it's not going to lead to anything. If it was always about wins and losses, we wouldn't be able to find the greatness in certain things and certain nuances. Certain people got a spades hand in which they got six of a suit and it's not spades, and probably about 2 face cards. If you make board on that, you a good spades player.
You good.
Right now, Pete Carroll's making board with a horrible hand. I got to give him his credit as a spades player. I got to give him his credit as a coach. Meanwhile, it's cats with aces and kings that still is making board. Like, what did you do? Your job is to just maximize the hand that you're dealt. Pete Carroll's doing that. So, last game on the docket of word association, Steelers and Buccaneers. The reason why I said word association on this because one team is a true contender and the other team, I don't know. So, in fact, no, I'm going to put them in the new category. Here's our new category, contenders or pretenders. Steelers and Bucks. Contenders or pretenders, and then make your pick. Trav, we'll start with you.
Pittsburgh. Mike Tomlin is the Dusty Baker of football. But it's something about this year that's not looking real dusty for him. It's looking real dusty for him.
Bars.
In this instance, Minka hurt. Baby White hurt. You had a backup quarterback. It's pretending. It's pretending right now. It's pretending right now for them.
Okay.
Tampa. Our issue with Tampa is not football play. It is not the football play. It's the other shit. We already know what it is. We done shows on this. It's the other shit. When the brain of the system is having a glitch, it's hard. But the problem with that brain is 75% of that brain is better than majority of the league.
Thanks.
When he on,
nothing you can do.
it's nothing you can do.
Nothing you can do.
I need that 25% of that brain to come back to the organization, and they're very much a contender. Give me Tampa. We may have a special guest coming live from Heinz Field a little bit later.
I like it. Vic,
give me Tampa. Give me Tampa in a win on this
one. I mean, it would be hard to pick against them. Vic, go ahead, talk your stuff.
Yeah, I mean, same with Trav. Right now, Steelers 1-4 pretenders right now. They will be out with their top three corners will be out for this game. Levi Wallace, I had the names here. Levi Wallace, Curtis Sutton, and Akilla Witherspoon will be out for this game. You got Minka, who is hobbled with the knee situation, but I think he will play. And then you mix that with TJ Watt being out. It's just not a good recipe for the Steelers against this Buccaneers offense that, despite everything that's been going on, whether it's on the field or off the field, injuries, suspensions, shout out to Mike Evans, and his lack of control a little bit there in New Orleans. But despite all of that, this offense is still top 5 in the league in passing. So, I mean, it's just a bad recipe for that Steelers defense as the Buccaneers are getting healthier and everybody will be back for this game offensively. Give me the Bucs to win this game and continue to contend in the NFC as one of the top teams in the league.
I think both teams are contenders. Here's why. As much as we want to say what we're saying about Pittsburgh, they still beat Cincinnati. The same way I talked about Pete Carroll, replace the name Pete Carroll and put Mike Tomlin in. And because of that, I'm picking Pittsburgh to win this.
No.
In addition to Tom Brady going through what he's going through, whether y'all like it or not, that matters. And the one thing that you can say about Tomlin, you ain't never just killed him. Ain't no team just ever just came in and did what they want against him. That team will be prepared. Backup, starters, it don't matter. The man can play some spades, which means the man can coach. He is not going to just let this go away easy. Now, do I expect the Bucks to win? Yes. Am I picking the Steelers? I'm picking the Steelers for spread reasons and because they're at home. But we have seen Tom Brady lose focus against teams that he knows that they're better than. I've seen it happen. No, not. Everyone's human. Give me the Steelers, because if they win this game next week, I'm going to have a 5-minute rant on. I don't want to hear shit else about what Mike Tomlin is doing wrong. Now, contenders or pretenders, we're moving forward. I ain't going to even harp on it. Bengals and Saints, contenders or pretenders? Vic.
Bengals and Saints. Bengals are still going to be contenders for me. The Saints are pretending. Just too many injuries right now. Jameis is still unavailable. You got Michael Thomas, who will be out for this game. You got Jarvis and their outstanding rookie, Chris Olave. I think will also be out for this game. So they're down their top 3 receivers. This is a game where, again, Alvin Kamara is going to have to be used and step up to the superstar that we think he is. And Taysom Hill, they might have to use Taysom Hill just like they have last week, in which he had an outstanding game as well. So, the Saints, defensively, man, that defense is going to have to hold the Bengals, who have been struggling. Jamar Chase, if you watch the film on that, man, he's been getting double teamed, triple teamed. A lot of defensive coverage is leaning to his side. So T. Higgins, all those guys have to step up and take some of that pressure off. Joe Burrow just has to play better as well. I'm taking the Bengals simply because I think they're the better team, and just too many injuries offensively for the Saints. I don't think they'll score enough points. But it is going to be a tough matchup because that Saints defense is still outstanding. So it's going to be a low scoring game, but I'll take the Bengals.
Trav.
Whoever wins this game will become a contender.
I like it.
I'm going with the Bengals. Whoever wins this game will become a contender, because it's just one is healthy and one is not.
Yeah. I will say
this.
The
bottom line.
I will say this in the words of my man True, Man False World. This is a you better special for the Bengals.
Oh yeah.
You better take care of business, bro. You better. Like, it ain't even no look, this better not even be close. And from what I've been seeing for Joe Burrow, he's been having, sophomore-itis. A lot of film is on you guys. Joe Mixon has been breaking the runs we expect him to break to be able to open things up. They get to focus in on you, and you're pressing a little bit. It's okay. I still think you're a great quarterback, but I can see that you're forcing things that it's not there. You're forcing it. So the worst team you want to force anything on is against these Saints.
Mm-hmm.
And Andy Dalton used to be a Bengal. You think he ain't circled this game on his calendar?
Gonna be hungry.
This is a trap game. This is the trap game. I wouldn't put money on this game if I was you guys, because some of y'all probably circled this in your pick 'em pool, in which you got to pick a winner every week. Don't pick this game, because you're going to be disappointed. You're going to lose out on your pool money. I'm telling you. Or if you're on your parlay, don't pick this game.
They get you 2 sheets.
Hey.
And mark one on one end, one on the
Pick this game. And this is not me saying that I believe in the Saints, because I don't. Like, now, it's just too many inconsistencies. The only thing that's consistent is their defense, but we have learned from years that if you have a team that is really good defensively and just really inept offensively, eventually that team is going to lose because the defense is going to get tired. This ain't Madden. Dudes get tired. So I'm going to pick the Bengals, but I don't like it at all. I don't like it. True Man False World, go ahead and step in, bro.
Hey, so look, I like what you said there, MJ, about this being a trap game. But here's the 2 reasons why. Number one thing, ironically, the Saints have one of the better 53-man rosters that we can continually see every year. So it's not like they can't run the ball. Let's start there. And it's surely not like they can't have a game in which they completely dominate or suffocate you on defense. They have the pass rushers to make this really interesting, especially knowing that the Bengals is one of the 5 or 6 teams that seem to give up a sack every other play. So you got a lot of things working against you. Now, what the most interesting part of this is we got the Marshawn Lattimore and the Jamar Chase conversation. That's the matchup that I want to see and I'm most intrigued by, because what I've always wanted to see was those Ohio State cornerbacks against those LSU receivers. And this is one of those instances where we get to see one of the better ones that came out of Ohio State against the best one that came out of LSU. I am going to pick the Bengals today, but I'm picking the Bengals with a side eye, because if the Bengals come out and win today, that's the good look for them. Great. You stabilize your season. But if you lose today, I really have to look at you and say, your offensive line is still not gelling. Your offensive line is a part of the problem.
All right, so we're going to go too quick on these because I need to give the proper time for these other games. So we're going to go too quick. Contenders or pretenders, rapid fire, Ravens and Giants. And who you picking?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Okay, I got contenders for both.
Okay,
I like what the Giants are doing. First thing that I looked at today with the notes was the Giants defensive coordinator, Wink Martindale, has been the defensive coordinator for the Ravens the last 10 seasons. That's going to be significant today because Lamar knows his defense, but he also knows Lamar's game. And the Giants have not given up more than 23 points so far this season defensively. So their offense is getting better. The defense is complementing them with limiting teams to a low amount of points to win this game. So this is a game where the Ravens have been up and down this season. It's been an up and down roller coaster. This is a game where the Giants could come and get in another 5th win of the season this early.
You going with it? You gonna pick them?
I'm going with the Giants. Let me listen. New York needs something to be happy about because everybody else have been hot garbage. The Mets, the Yankees, the Knicks. Okay, shout out to the Brooklyn Nets.
Yo, hey man, hey, listen, that man cut a heel promo on it.
Hey, Vic,
we gotta talk about the Jets. The Jets coming up.
Hey, yeah, soon. Go ahead,
hey,
Trey.
Look,
True.
Hey man, look, check this out. First of all, y'all gotta remember back in the day we used to do Trav and True Productions and we used to just talk about whatever. But we got to bring back some of the old podcasts for y'all. We used to do everything. But look, at the end of the day, like that's why when MJ say if content is king, then you're looking at royalty, because some of this stuff it be receipts. Receipts. We ain't ran out of receipt paper either. So I'm gonna keep this real. The Ravens will always be a contender, right? Because they play a style that is conducive for regular season success. That means you're gonna run the ball enough to force teams into submission, and you have a quarterback that is a mismatch to 9 out of 10 teams. Why is he a mismatch? Because you just cannot, again, MJ said it last week, the week before, you cannot assimilate that type of speed, that type of elusiveness every single week. Nobody has that, what he has right now. And the players that have some of what he has, they may not have put it together the same way. It just is what it is. But behind that offensive line that y'all try to swear up and down, listen, Ravens Nation, the offensive line is better than what y'all are giving credit for. Stop the cap. It's capping y'all rap. Stop acting like y'all don't have hitters over there. Stop it. Cut it out. Y'all got big men over there that really can play. Now, besides the capping y'all rap for that, the other capping y'all rap is that y'all don't got no good receivers. Y'all receivers are just fine. DeMar has to be on time with the football. Period. Some routes in their route trees for the combinations, the route concepts, the route combinations, all that good stuff is there for a reason. It's like that for a reason. My question to y'all is, are we going to see that team today against another contender? What do you have to do in order to be a contender in the Giants? Take the ball, run the ball, and protect the ball. They do them three things, they'll be in position to win today. I'm gonna run with the G-Man too. I like Saquon versus that linebacking core. We get to see what happens today if Saquon is decisive. If Saquon is decisive and that offensive line can move those defenders today, I think the Giants will be in a really good position to win. I want a classic today, though. I want a classic, and I think this should be a very, very overly underlooked game for a lot of people. Give me the Giants 24-23.
Try to talk that talk, man.
These are both contenders. Daniel Jones is making enough plays to get that team to win. And Saquon is in a system that he may have figured it out, Vic. He may have figured it out to be patient and hit a hole. Mm-hmm. It's cool to get 4 or 5 yards. It's going to break out soon. And he gets in certain situations. He get lined up with a linebacker. Boom. There's your 60. Boom. There's your 40. He did that over the pond. He did that in England against the Green Bay Packers. He's figuring out. Lamar is special, man. Lamar Jackson is special. As much grief as we give him, he's special. And he's the ultimate equalizer in any football game. If he get out of that pocket and you give him space, he's going to make it happen. This is going to be a very good game.
Yeah.
But give me the Giants because I want the Giants to spice up their NFC East because it's a big game going on real soon, real later on.
See how I'm separated? Well, let everything cook to get to that. You already know, man. Y'all put me quarterback
and if somebody pull out a stunt and you got 3 teams that's only lost 1 game, where 2 have lost 1 and 1 will have lost 2, it can go either way. That NFC East may be back.
I agree.
So
you saying contenders for both, huh?
Contenders for both.
I like it. I'm gonna say contenders for both as well, but I do not bet against regular season Ravens, so I'm gonna go ahead and ride with that. Moving on, contenders or pretenders, Vikings and Dolphins. We only got 4 games to go, so we got to move to these next 2 pretty quickly. So Vikings, Dolphins, Trav, you know I feed the high hand. You just talk that shit about these Vikings, Dolphins. You already cut a promo too. Hey, this is history. Everybody on here cut a promo at least once. This is history. So you already cut yours. I cut mine. Trav True just cut his. Even Vic cut one. Vic, you
know what, man? The Dolphins started off contenders so well, and then the injuries happened. Man, they just ain't.
I know.
I can't put them as a contender yet, man. I just can't do it. Okay. I can't do it. Minnesota is the same way. All that talent that they got, injuries and lackluster play. I mean, you got a quarterback that's breaking the bank no matter where he goes.
Chilling.
He just, dude. Oh, man. I don't even know who to pick.
Come on. I
don't even know who to pick. Vic, go, man. I don't know who to pick. Just go.
I'm gonna go right now. I'm gonna go, even though the Vikings are 4-1, I'm gonna go pretenders for both right now. Injuries and just a lack of great play. The Vikings just always end up disappointing us. So I need to see more. So I need to see more from the Vikings, and then I just hope and pray the Dolphins will get healthier because they do have a good, talented roster as well. In terms of this game, give me the Vikings to slightly win this game. It's going to be a tight one, too.
Who you got winning, Trav?
I don't know.
All right, we're going to say tie for Trav. Go ahead and give me the Dolphins because the revenge of Bridgewater. I'm just going revenge games all the way through. Anything that got any type of vengeance to it, just call me MJ.
Is Teddy going to play? Teddy ain't going to play. It don't even matter.
I just want the spirit of Teddy to beat them. Whether he play or not, it don't even matter. Just the spirit of Teddy play. I just want Dolphins to win because this is such a Viking move to be 4-1 and lose to a team that they shouldn't lose to. It's just such a Viking move. All right, that's what I'm riding with. So, next game on the docket, contenders or pretenders, and then we get to talk. We only have 4 minutes left, so let's go ahead and talk about Jets and Packers pretty quickly. I think the Jets are pretenders, but I think they're competitive. Packers is going to win, but I think it's not going to be as easy as it looks. The Jets are figuring some things out. They're about a year away, actually, to be real.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to say contenders for the Packers because, again, they still got one of the best quarterbacks in the league. He finds his ways. There has been too many injuries on that offense, though. But the key, again, for both of these teams is those running back tandems. Right now, you got the veterans and A.J. Dillon and Aaron Jones, who have been a fantastic tandem for the last couple of years. They picked up again where they left off. But then you got Breece Hall and Michael Carter for the Jets. The Jets are finding an identity, man. They're running the football, and they're going off of that. Breece Hall is going to be a fantastic rookie. He might be your rookie of the year, and he's just picking up right now. His momentum is incredible. As it pertains to this game, let me get the Jets in a disappointment, man. Screw it.
Okay, cool. Why not? Try talk your stuff, man.
Hey man, give me the Packers. Sauce Gardner. I like the young kid, man. Dude, it ain't too many challenges he gonna take himself on. He gonna step up and he gonna do his thing, man. Sauce is nice, man. The running backs
Playing for the Jets though.
But I was just saying though, I like what he brings to the table for the Jets, the young Jets, with the running backs and the wide receiver. The Jets they're pretenders, but still, give me the Packers, man. Arrogant Aaron does what he does.
Hey, I'm taking the Packers, but y'all better not take that spread. Don't take that spread. So, Jerm, we're bringing you on a good game. We're not going to even waste your time on this one because when you come on the screen, we got to make sure that you talk your talk. So, we're going to run a little overtime. I'm sorry. But at least the 2 games we're running overtime on don't come on yet. So, it's worth it. So, y'all can just go ahead and cut y'all TV on and mute it and watch your games while we talk that shit. So, Bills and Chiefs. Game of the week for me. This is a bad food special. I got ribs that are smoked. I got catfish that is smoked. Shouts out to my brother-in-law. I got beef brisket that is ready with potato salad. That is this game. I'm eating good at 3:25 p.m. I'm eating great. 4:25 Eastern Standard Time. I'm eating great because that's the game. I got a shootout, and I ain't going against Mahomes. So give me the Chiefs. Jerm, get your ass on this goddamn screen, man.
So look, here's where I am with this game, right? Everybody, this is the famous overreaction or underreaction game, right? Because if the Chiefs win, it's all the Bills ain't shit. They're never gonna be shit but the little brother. But if the Chiefs lose, all the Chiefs lost a step. Oh, Tyreek Hill made that big of a difference. Oh, it's this and that. See, what y'all got to do? Y'all got to understand that there is only but so much we're going to put into this portion of the season. We're approaching the second quarter of the season. We are in the second quarter. We have about 10 minutes left in the second quarter. We got to stop all of this overreaction that we be doing sometimes when it comes to just one game. I want to see the Buffalo do 2 things in this game to show me that you're making progress. I want you to show me that the Von Miller effect is real, that you brought him there to help get after Pat Mahomes and help stifle some of the things that they can do, which is being able to get that quick twitch pressure off the edge and make sure that you make Pat have to step up in the pocket and step into some of those other guys that you have there. That's number 1. Number 2, I want to see your secondary show that they are prepared to make all of the necessary adjustments to whomever is the personnel package or group is that Kansas City deploys on 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. So when Kelsey is lined up outside wide, are we going to put a corner on him? Are we going to put a safety? Or are we going to say, hey, we're going to put one of our better linebackers on? However it is that you decide to do that, Matt Milano shouldn't be on Travis Kelce, even though he's your best coverage linebacker. He should be inside the tackle box in a zone somewhere, making it hard for Travis Kelce to catch in the middle of the field. That's where Matt Milano should be at. So, yes, you should probably bring your safeties down and put your safeties on them and use Milano in the middle of the field in a different way.
Talk your shit.
Next, I want to see from Kansas City. You have Gerard McKinnon. He is brought here because he is Saquon Barkley before Saquon Barkley. He is this 5'9" running back, 225 pounds, 4.3 speed guy. He's deadlift, whatever, strong like bull, everything. The thing that you're going to like about him is on third downs, he is a problem. He's a very, very bad matchup for a lot of linebackers, and Tremaine Edmonds may draw that assignment. Even if Milano draws that assignment, it's still bad looks because now the Chiefs have a running back that they can use with Travis Kelce, which turns this into a running back and tight end type of a game that makes the receivers get what? One-on-one matchup, or we're going to get Juju on the beat, an opportunity to be right over top of Travis Kelce for 15, 20-yard gains all night. I want to see how the Bills are going to adjust to that. Because if Pat takes the methodical route today, there's not very much any team can do to stop a team that has that type of firepower and the right complementary receivers. Give me Kansas City today. Not because I think the Bills are not ready, but because I think that's a lot to put on any team. So give me KC today.
Vic, go ahead, talk your stuff, man.
Man, listen, one name I got for this is Stephon Diggs. Okay? This is a healthy receiving core right now. You got Gabriel Davis, who came back last week, had an outstanding game. You got Isaiah McKenzie, who has taken over in the slot for Cole Beasley, has done a great job. And you got Dawson Knox, who is also back from injury. So Stephon Diggs, who has not been great against the Chiefs, they give him a lot of attention defensively, which has opened up things for everybody else. But I think that today, with that balance that they have offensively now, I think that Stephon Diggs can go for over 100 yards. Give me the Bills to win this game. I want to see the Bills continue to prove to the world that they are a better football team, and they're on their way to the Super Bowl this year. Give me the Bills. I'll just keep it short, man. Give me the Bills.
All right, Trav, you got it.
I was just about to say that, Vic. It's something about the Bills and payback. They've been on tour with it this year.
Not on tour.
They've been on tour with it. Give me, oh man. It's hard to pick them against Kansas City on the road like this, but
Shit.
number 13 and number 14, man, them guys is dangerous, man. And that QB can give them the ball whenever he want to. Whenever they want to. Give me Buffalo in a tight shootout. In a tight shootout, because we know
39 type of thing.
Yeah, it'd be 38, 39, something like that. Crazy work. Crazy work. That's going to be a shootout. So, yeah.
Last game, and this is why y'all should not let me get the keys because I don't care. I break rules. Dallas versus Philadelphia. I think both of these teams, after they meet twice, I think
eventually before you go, Sauce Gardner just got a pick 6 against Aaron Rodgers.
I love it. Stop throwing it over there to Sauce. Don't throw it to the sauce unless you're ready for the sauce. Anywho, my man. So I think both of these teams are going to split the series. And I wholeheartedly think Jalen Hurts will win this game because this is a game that needs to be centered around quarterback play. Now, I would love to see the Cowboys blitz Jalen Hurts because he hasn't been good against the blitz. And I want to see if it really is a thing or it's just the fact that they caught him off guard a few times and the analytics caught it. I would love to see that. Me personally, I believe that I think it's an overlooked stat. I think it's an overrated stat of them saying it, because I think that a lot of teams just don't blitz him because he's too good in buying time. And you have to be careful when you blitz him. And I just think that they time it correctly on the chess match type shit. And that's why the percentages show what they show. Because if it was really that easy, blitz him the whole game if you want to and see what happens. You'll get 40 hung on your head. So I'm going to go with Philly, only because Dak is not playing. I think if Dak was playing and they actually played the exact same way they're playing with the Cooper guy, with Dak, I think the Cowboys are a better football team if they did that. I don't think they will, though. And that's the problem. So with that, give me the Eagles. I'm going to give this to Vic, because I know Vic is going to break it down for us nicely.
Yeah, real quick, man. The only thing right now, the Philly offensive line, as great as they've been, they got 4 guys that are injured right now. I think they will all be active, but they are playing with injuries. MJ, like you alluded to, Jalen has not been good, according to several analytic sources, against the blitz. The Cowboys lead the league with 85 pressures right now, and second in the league with 20 sacks. So that's big against an offensive line that might be a little bit hobbled right now. That's going to be a key matchup for me. But like Trav alluded to earlier, we have a situation where we can have 5-1 teams all across the board. Well, the top 3, forget the Commanders. You got a chance if the Cowboys win this game, 5-1, 5-1, and 5-1. If the Giants are able to, win their game as well. So it's going to be fun in the NFC East. But this game specifically, at the end of the night, give me the Cowboys and what will be another fun matchup back to back. You got the Chiefs first at 4:25 with the Bills, and then you got the Cowboys here tonight at 8:20. Back-to-back football games that should be fun and hopefully wash away the stench of these Thursday night football games.
Let's hope.
For sure.
The Yankees play today, right?
7:35.
Okay. 7:35? Okay. So Yankees play, they lose. Right now, the sports world is if the sports world is flat, speaking in Kyrie Irving terms, if the sports world is flat right now, it's at a 65-degree angle. Like, it is like that.
What is happening right now?
If y'all want to see this world, the sports world, totally flip, let Dallas win. And let New York lose. Boy. Because most of your Dallas Cowboy fans are Yankees fans. They gonna either feel like they won even though they lost. It's gonna be so much shit talking in these water coolers. It ain't gonna make no sense. Philly is a good football team, regardless of the stats. That quarterback knows it's one game at a time. He takes it as one game at a time. They got the weapons. They've been playing good on both sides of the ball. But number 11 and number 90 at Dallas are a wrecking crew. They are a force to be reckoned with. Give me the Cowboys to flip this world, man.
Hey, you just want to see the world burn.
I want to see the world burn.
Hey, this is what happens when the Braves don't win. Y'all don't want to see the Trav when the Braves lose.
I want to see the world
burn. He don't care about life when the Braves lose. He don't care about life or none of that. He's like, fuck it, burn it all.
So look, here's the most interesting part. Here's the most interesting part about this whole game, right? And I just think that this is a really, really interesting matchup because all these analytic sources say Jalen is not good against the blitz, but then the same analytic sources say Lamar is good against the blitz. Yeah, the same Lamar that got walked down by the Dolphins. How did they walk him down? Vic, what defense were the Dolphins playing when they walked Lamar Jackson down?
Over 0.
So that means that they were blitzing, correct?
Pretty much.
So how did he have a great game, or is he having a great game against the blitz, but he scored 10 points in 24 minutes of football? I'm just asking questions because I just need to know some things. You said that certain people were good and some people are not bad or not good. I think the problem with Philadelphia is not necessarily he's good or bad against the blitz. I think it's the offense is not in the right play when the certain situations and circumstance have happened and they have caused Jalen to look bad.
Yep.
Uh-oh. There we go. Now here we go making sense of the world again. This is why analytics can't run your football team. This is why analytics can't tell me who's good and who's bad. Because the Eagles are the only undefeated team left in football, but yet you say that this quarterback is not, quote unquote, what? Good against the blitz. I need to know how that works. Give me Dallas today. I need Dallas because Philly, time to come back to the world.
With that being said, we ain't gonna take too much more of your time. We 10 minutes over because we started 10 minutes late, so I think we balanced it out. So if you've been watching us and you putting in some bets, then you didn't gave yourself an advantage because the last games we saved were the best games that we had. But with all that being said, we ain't gonna even do no last words or whatever. We ready for football season. We ready to eat. We ready to drink. We ready to live merry. So with all that being said, views and dues, seen, log in, subscribe, like. You got Vic, you got Trav, you got Germ So True, you got M Drop the J because the fadeaway perfect. We signing out.